Meal timings. Only two meal times are mentioned according to Ayurveda texts. Breakfast is a Western concept and perhaps related to colder climates and longer daylight hours in summer. However, due to work schedules now, even the Indians have accepted it. Children, pregnant women, hard-working people require a breakfast and will typically be hungry in the morning. People who sit at work and do not do any exercise don't need it. Rather, it is not good for them. Ideally, one should have a glass of milk in the morning, eat lunch at 11 to 12 p.m., and dinner at 6 to 7 p.m. If due to work schedule the lunchtime is a bit later, one may have a breakfast. But in this situation, the quantity of a normal healthy lunch is to be divided into breakfast and lunch. One should keep a watch on weight and if it is increasing beyond normalcy, should reduce the quantity. If breakfast is not taken, then fresh organic fruits can be eaten at 3 to 4 p.m. Generally, people who have a sedentary lifestyle do not require breakfast and will usually not be very hungry for breakfast. They should have warm milk in the morning and lunch and dinner at normal times. But if there is no chance for lunch until later after 2 p.m., they may opt for two smaller meals, dividing lunch into two smaller meals rice and dal cereals in the morning, and roti Indian bread and vegetable in the afternoon. The ideal dinner time should be before sunset or at least before 8 p.m. The text says that the food taken on previous day should be thoroughly digested before eating the next lunch or breakfast. So, the earlier the dinner, the better is the period of digestion. Qualities of foods. The quality of food depends on the ingredients and its heaviness or lightness for digestion. Heavy foods like black gram, a type of small bean that is uncommon in the US, or meat, especially pork, is to be eaten only half of the satisfaction. Light foods like rice, porridge, munga beans, green gram, etc. can be eaten up to the point of satisfaction. The lightness or heaviness of the food depends on three factors. A. Nature. Green gram, rice, lamb are naturally lighter to other beans, wheat or pork. B. Processes. Cooking, roasting, steaming, etc. generally make the items lighter. For example, if rice is dry roasted and then cooked and then it becomes lighter than normal cooking. Rice flakes, laja or khil, hindi or puffed rice like popcorn are lighter than cooked rice itself. So, process processes which involve heat generally make things lighter. But if we prepare condensed milk by boiling, like Indian sweet basundi, it becomes heavier than normal milk due to more concentration. Buttermilk becomes lighter to curd or yogurt even by the simple process of churning. The grilled meat is lighter than cooked meat due to direct contact with the fire. Quantity. One has to eat only that quantity which will be easily digested, but enough to keep you satisfied till your next meal. The full digestion of the previous meal can be judged by proper bowel movement and urination, feeling of lightness, hunger, and thirst. It is most important to note these symptoms at least for the food consumed earlier day. Then only food can be consumed on the next day. Otherwise, one has to fast till the digestion. I wish to elaborate on this point. as it is most important and often neglected. It takes a bit of focus to observe how your body reacts to certain foods, but it is worth the investigation. The most important sign is that you have a proper bowel movement and urination daily. This means that the urge for a bowel movement comes easily every morning without needing coffee or food or laxative. If you need these things, something is wrong with what you are eating. Bowel movements should be solid, not too stinky. Float in the toilet, and after going, you should feel light and energetic. Sinking, stinking, and very soft stools are signs that something is wrong. Any pain, blood, feeling of the motion being incomplete, excess gas, or cramping are all signs that something is wrong. Another sign to pay attention is your energy level. It is normal to feel a bit tired after eating a full meal. This is expected as your body is busy in digesting. Take a short walk after meals to rejuvenate. But if you are so sleepy you can't do anything or are tired for more than 30-45 minutes, the food you ate was too heavy for your digestion. You should never feel stuffed but have a feeling of lightness. Another thing to watch out for is if you are very thirsty after eating. This is a sign that you have eaten something too heavy for your body to handle and armor or toxins are being formed. Other signs to pay attention to that are signs that you are eating food that is not right for you. Belching or farting, sore stomach or burning, bloating or pain or discomfort, urgency or reluctance of your body to have a bowel movement, and lethargy or inability to focus. On occasion, we all have these experiences after a particular meal, especially during holidays. But if any of these signs exist more than very rarely, your body is trying to tell you something. Heed the warning before your body uses more severe illness to get your attention. The importance of tests. Excess use of sweet, sour, salty, and pungent tests should be avoided. In reality, people may have a craving for sweet taste. This is especially seen in women before menstruation. Even children like it most and also consume in excess. This is justifiable to a certain extent as the body demands it. Craving for sweet taste indicates that the body needs nourishment. So one has to move from fast food, junk food to stable food like rice, wheat, cereals, fruits, etc. to satisfy the need of nourishment. In spite of nourishing food, there can be undernourishment due to improper digestion that may even produce craving for sweet taste. In that case, it is better to consult an Ayurvedic expert. The same principle applies to the desire of having sour, salty, or pungent taste. Some people may have craved for such food material, especially when the digestion is poor, the stomach is heavy, the bowel movements are improper. The person may have a desire to consume something hot, spicy food. Actually, it is better to fast in such condition and allow the food to get digested. In case of any doubt, it's better to consult Ayurvedic physician, Ayurvedic dietitian. Sequence of foods. Foods with a predominantly sweet taste are usually heavy to digest, so are best eaten at the beginning of meals. So fruits and desserts should really to be taken at the start of a meal and not at the end. Food with salty and sour taste is to be taken in the middle part. For example, sausages, pickles, yogurt, buttermilk. Items with astringent, pungent and bitter taste are to be taken at the end of the meal. Honey, black pepper, ginger, bitter gourd, cardamom can be taken in the end. Milk and milk products like curd, yogurt, paneer, buttermilk, butter and ghee possesses completely different qualities and hence should be considered separately. Milk. Organic cow milk is rejuvenating and aphrodisiac. It should be taken every day. Fresh is preferred to pasteurized. It's better to boil it, separate cream and then drink either hot or warm. Only in excessive pitta disorders, cold milk is advisable. Because of milk's precious qualities, it is best to be drunk alone with a few spices of sweetener. Definitely avoid having it with salt, sour foods or fish. Please refer to the section on Viruddha Ahar above. Yogurt. Yogurt is a rich and delicious food, yet there are so many restrictions on eating it. One should never consume it during hot weather as it is cooler to touch, but hot by properties and can create unwanted moisture in the body. In cooler seasons, you can have yogurt occasionally during lunch with the ingredients listed below. It is better not to have it more frequently, less than 2 times a week. Eat it only in small quantity. A tablespoon or two is plenty. If you really must have it, then make sure it is a freshly made and sour and have it along with a bit of honey or brown sugar and ghee or moong dal, green gram or amalaki fruit, a type of fruit called as Indian gooseberry which is very common in India and used in many Ayurvedic formulas including Triphala and Chawanprash. These foods balance out the heating and clogging mucus formation forming qualities of the yogurt. Though it is common in smoothies and as food for babies, banana and all fruits are to be avoided with yogurt. Thin buttermilk, a few tablespoons of homemade or organic plain yogurt thoroughly whisked with some water and spices is a better alternative to yogurt. When a person eats yogurt regularly without following these guidelines, it can create various diseases such as hyperacidity, sinusitis, bronchitis, asthma, skin diseases, and especially diabetes and kidney failure. Ice cream. Ice cream is sweet, cold, and heavy to digest. It increases kapha dosh and is not good if you suffer from cold, sinusitis, bronchitis, asthma, etc. It should not be consumed during cold or rainy seasons. It is okay during the heat of summer. Ice cream with ginger and honey or even black pepper corns can be had to counter the cold and heavy qualities. Meat. Ayurveda is not inherently vegetarian. In fact, animal products are prescribed in some illnesses, but consider that the production of meat is a mass industry, far from bucolic practice of traditional styles of raising animals for food. The natural qualities of the animals are lost when they are raised and slaughtered in inhumane and mechanized ways. Hormones are given to boost growth. Antibiotics are given in daily feed. Many animals are not allowed to move around. Rarely is store bought meat very fresh. There is no doubt that compared to the poor quality meats that are commonly available, a vegetarian diet is much better. But if you wish to eat meat, then the lamb and goat are better options than chicken, beef or pork. Pork is especially to be limited as it is heavy to digest and contributes to obesity. Lamb and goat are more nutritious these animals and do not tolerate heavy antibiotics, hormones or the other aspects of factory farming, so tend to be healthier. Goat is the most suitable for human beings as compared to others. Soup made of the leg or shank is a better option as it is beneficial for strength, but is easy to digest and won't produce obesity. Those who are accustomed to fish may have it but avoid it when fried, salted. Fish is good for vata but increases pitta and kapha. Organic food. It has absolutely become necessary to switch over to only organic food instantaneously. The roots of today's diseases are in today's unnatural farming like hybridization, use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers and preservative techniques. We have started putting poison in our own food since last 5 decades and have spoiled the water, soil and food for us and for plants and animals. We have disturbed the ecology to such an extent that we won't survive now in such polluted environment. So the whole society should turn to only organic food. The supply will increase automatically. Water. Similar to not eat when you are not hungry, you should not drink unless you are thirsty. Water must be digested like all other things that you consume. In hot weather, the body's needs are obviously more. In cool or damp seasons, it should be restricted. Water is one of 5 basic elements and it is a good fire extinguisher. What this means is that in excess, it will extinguish the digestive fire and inhibit your body's ability to metabolize what you eat. Kapha dosh is composed of water and earth elements and hence excess water is responsible for production of excess kapha leading to diseases like sinusitis, bronchitis, diarrhea, indigestion, swelling, etc. A few sips of water to satisfy thirst are advised. You need not consume a full glass of water each time. Water during meals is more suitable than after meals. Drinking water after meals may cause obesity and diseases like sinusitis, bronchitis, etc. Water before food hampers the digestive fire. Hence, a few sips of water during meals are advisable. People who are predominantly Vata Pitta may drink water in the morning just after waking up. 1 or 2 glasses of hot water help the bowel movement of the body and counteract constipation. Those who have kapha predominance should not consume much water at all. They should avoid water before going to bed. Hot water is useful for kapha predominant people and any time there is indigestion. Cold water can be consumed during summer or autumn but needs to be avoided in winter, spring and the rainy season. Ceramic decanters are the best option to cool water to palatable temperature. Seasonal flowers like rose or jasmine can be added to water in summer to enhance the cooling effect naturally. Beverages. Soft drinks have no value at all and are drunk only for the sake of fun and taste. They are harmful if taken frequently and in large quantities. Fresh fruit juices are preferable to juices preserved with preservatives, or frozen. Remember, however, that raw juices, like other raw foods, are heavy and chill the digestive fire. So, best when consume only organic fruits in small quantities. Wines in small quantities are beneficial to a certain extent, especially in winter. Red wine is a better option to other wines. Have a small glass after meals. One should only consume wine in moderation as the problem of addiction is always present. Consumption is to be avoided in summer, and if it is taken, drink a large quantity of water with it. To summarize, 1. We eat to live and not live to eat. This should be baseline while consuming food at any time. Improper ways of food consumption are seen to be the most deviant factors followed in the current lifestyle. 2. Charity begins at home and so do diseases. Hence, one's house should be a temple of hygiene, health, starting right from its base of construction up to the living conditions.